So I was reading it was really a video. Wolfstreet.com. He did a video as opposed to a post, and it was titled "The Wolf Street Report: What's Behind the Screwed Up Student Loan Fiasco? Student enrollment, again, college education, has dropped 11% since 2011, while student loan balances have surged 74%. Why is this? I guess he has a 12-minute video on it. I'll link to this. I'm going to read you what the first person's comment. Their nickname is Unamused. Student enrollment has dropped 11% since 2011, while student loan balances have surged 74%. Why? Corporatists are exploiting the opportunity to consign the U.S. educated and professional class to debt peonage by converting the higher education system into a collection of cash cows. Bit by bit, the financial industrial complex is turning the United States into a Dickensian nightmare, to be disgorged of whatever wealth is left and then abandoned for greener pastures elsewhere. Asset stripping isn't just for the PE firms anymore. All the big players are in on it. It's what the service economy has been designed to do, and they thank America for its cooperation. Someone says the FIC is already, financial industrial complex, is already in the United Kingdom as well. I was wondering why Cognita, owner of my kid's school, makes no investments in the said school. Infrastructure and teaching, both lacking. Then I found KKR owns a great chunk of Cognita. All is clear now. Bean counters have descended to destroy my kid's future too. Another comment. These are all great comments. These are average people commenting. It lets me know there are a lot of people awake, a lot of people who see right through this crap, and they know what the hell is going on. This is great. How to solve the crisis and make college affordable again, and without costing the taxpayers a dime. Number one, get the government completely out of student loan business. No guarantees, no loans, no scholarships. Number two, allow student loan debt to be discharged in a bankruptcy. Number three, enforce GAAP, G-A-A-P, and fraud laws. I know, you can't buy votes this way. So, again, nice to see quite a few comments on this guy's post. That was on his webpage, by the way, the comments, even though he links to his YouTube video. I've been doing videos on that student loan debt for years. Wow, guys, we're almost at $1 trillion. Oh, hey, guys, we finally hit $1 trillion. Hey, guys, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. It's out of control. What's the number at right now? How much is the student loan debt? In 2014, there was approximately 1.3 trillion of outstanding student loan debt in the U.S. that affected 44 million borrowers. Had an average outstanding loan balance of $37,172 as of 2018. So, for the math challenge, 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, got 4 years. 1.3 trillion to 1.5 trillion. Another $200 billion in just 4 years added. This is added, meaning everybody owes. Some of those people from 2014, some of them paid their loans off in 4 years, that 4 year time. So some of those people had fallen off. I mean, you got 4 years of different people, different time periods paying loans off. Yet the number didn't go down, didn't stay even. It still skyrocketed higher to 1.5 trillion, another $200 billion. Everything, like this guy said, is a cash cow. We're going to rape and pillage everything. We're going to get into the pharmaceutical industry. We're going to charge people out the wazoo. Chemotherapy, drugs, $10,000 a pop at the hospital. Sorry, got to get health insurance. Oh, okay, it's the only way I can afford it, health insurance, yeah. Just like the only way I can afford a student loan or college education is through a student loan. Can't just pay for it cash, it's too expensive. Got to get a loan. Can't pay for my cancer treatment, got to get a loan. Well, you don't get a loan for that. What do? Healthcare. Oh. And then we all pay healthcare. And someone who doesn't need any of those treatments, doesn't need $10,000, I just want to, emergency happens, I want to have healthcare for my family. Oh, you're going to have to pay a second mortgage for you and your family to have the health insurance. You need a second house mortgage, so to speak. That's what we're going to charge you, like as if you owned a second house. And not necessarily a cheap house, because this stuff's expensive these days. Huh. No kidding. Everywhere you go, they've got their hands in everything. Even in the public education system, members of, board members, school district 17, school district 19, all these people, they're not even in the school, they're not even they're not in the principal's office, the front office, they're not teachers, they're people behind the scenes, you don't know them, you don't see them, making rules, paying themselves. We just voted today, we had a board meeting. All board members, did you show up? Yes, you did. That's what's funny, all of you showed up today. We're going to have a very important vote today. We need a raise. We need a raise. Can we get a raise? Let's vote for it. Yep. Everyone, unanimous decision? Okay. Yeah, we're doing such a great job. And it's the same thing in the college education system. All these people behind the scenes sucking up all the money, offering, honestly, nothing. My kids don't even go to school. Why do I have to pay taxes? Most of my property taxes is for school. Why am I paying? My kids don't use that service. Why do I have to pay that? And as they get more bloated, more districts and more people and more fluff that we don't need, the taxes will continue to go up. And my taxes will continue to go up even though we don't use the system. And of course, when my kids are old enough, like some of you right now thinking about this, oh yeah, my kids have been out of school for God knows how long. We still pay property tax. So everybody's paying property tax for the smaller amount of people who have kids and go to school. It takes that much money to keep these people employed. This big effing club. And you ain't in it. George Carlin. I'm gonna find that clip. I gotta find that clip right now. So, in the beginning of this video, he says, look, the education system. Sorry guys, sorry to inform you. It sucks, I know it. It's as good as it's gonna get. It's not getting any better. Not gonna get any better. That's it. Have a nice day. Why? Because the owners, and I mean the real owners of this country, they don't want that. Sorry about it. That's as good as it's gonna get. So just take it. I forgot about that part. I remember it's a big effing club and you ain't in it. Forgot about that part. That whole comedy spiel he did was great. I remember me and my wife watched it online one time. I don't know if it was Netflix or Amazon Prime, something. I said, let's go find some of the old George Carlin stuff. Let's watch it. Let's watch it like we were watching it today. It was brand new. And it was just great. How he could just put all that crap that we need to know about in your face in a very funny, whatever way, like a true comedian, yet getting out things of utmost importance. Fantastic. And of course he died several years ago. Bless his soul. But these numbers, like our national debt, are not getting any better. So my question is, do we have enough people in this country, kids being born every year? Therefore, kids, teenager, high school, college age. Do we have an influx of that much people coming online, so to speak, to go to college? That 1.3 trillion, 4 years later, 1.5 trillion, and it's just exponentially getting higher and higher. Do we actually have that many people coming online to just make it go up without it coming down or even just breaking even? Again, because if you have a loan, at a certain time period, it's supposed to be paid off. And if you don't pay it off in the time period, or you don't even start making payments by the time period of you leaving college, oh, the terms and conditions say the rate, the nice little teaser rate, interest rate we gave you, you didn't start making payments on time. It's okay. We'll work with you. But now you're going to pay the corporate owners that George Carlin talked about a lot more interest. And I'm going to tell you a little story that I remember doing a video on years ago. After the bailout. After the big bailout happened, I remember us talking about this later. After we found some interesting numbers from the Federal Reserve, they were trying to keep quiet. Who all got bailout money? Who didn't get bailout money? Okay, well, here's a list. And it was like, it was the, I want to say, correct, you know, I think I'm right here because it's a long time ago. I believe it was Morgan Stanley, financial entity. 2 top executives, like owner and like, you know, CFO, whatever. 2 top executives, wives, each of their wives. So those 2 guys, their 2 wives, had a little investment company that invested strictly into student loan debt. Now remember, student loan debt never gets paid up. You can't bankrupt out of it. It's there forever. And a lot of the ones that they invested in was the government-backed kind. They somehow were able to borrow money from this bailout fund. Back then, they were some of the recipients of money. They are the ones making money. Oh, higher interest. You didn't pay make your payment on time. Now we go. Oh, sorry. We got board members. We got people that want to buy 15 houses. They want to be with winners. And you peons aren't the winners. The winners club's this way. So get over there, get your low-wage job, and pay back that student loan debt. Nobody told you had to get that loan. Nobody forced you to get that loan. No one said you had to go get that job. You want that high-paying job? That was your decision. We just offered you a means to get it. You know what's interesting, too? There are certain jobs out there. For example, the sheriff's office, at least in Hillsborough County, Florida. And I think many others, too. They won't even hire you as a deputy or a police officer, again, depending on where, unless you have some kind of college degree. Any type of degree, okay, we could hire you. At the sheriff's office, I think I remember, if you have a 2-year degree, you could probably make a rank of sergeant. It's as high as you can go. If you have a 4-year degree, well, you can go to lieutenant, major, captain, we can go on all the way up. So not only do we suck you in for the 2-year, you want to rank up, don't you? You want those stripes on your shoulder, don't you? Lieutenant, major, come on, man. Well, I guess I'll go get a 4-year. More money. So all these people, again, many of these people are government employees that have these student loan debt problems. Many of them, and I don't just mean sheriff, just government, federal, whatever, even local. They got to pay their loan back. And they got to have the American dream that they were promised before getting the student loan. That's why I want the student loan to begin with. I want to be with winners. I want a nicer house. I want nicer cars. I don't want to live in this neighborhood. Go get your college degree. Make more money. Oh, okay. And then we taxpayers help pay their salaries, which many times are way overblown. I've done video on the pension crisis in California and showed you, here's what a retiring police officer gets. Oh, and by the way, they have this funny little system. If you work the last year you've been a police officer or firefighter, it didn't matter. Pick an example, it did not matter. In 1 year, the last year, right before you're ready to retire, you work every single day of the year you can. You take every single piece of side work, extra work, overtime work, everything. And your normal salary was $80,000 a year by doing so. This time, because you took all the extra work and overtime, you made $130,000 that year. Your final year, most money you ever made. Guess what? Your pension is now based upon the most money you ever made at whatever given time that was in those 20 or 25 years you were working there. That's what your pension's based off of. So instead of taking a $85,000 a year pension, again, they do a little math thing, whatever, you now get $110,000 because you worked so super hard your last year. And who pays for that? Me. and a whole bunch of other people. Now, if you're the pensioner, and now there's some of you out there right now going like this. He's kind of right, and I'm that dude that's receiving. If that's you, hey, sucks to be us. I put in my time, and you're going to argue with me. I put in my time, man, Jason. I put in 20 years, dude. Come on, man. Give me a break. You game. I love you. I love you. I do. But you know you game the system. Oh, it's a loophole. It's there for a reason. If it's there and I used it, that's not my fault. Okay, all right. And what's the problem with the pensions? They're not there. We don't have the money. We don't have the tax collection capability of even kind of dealing with it. Because it got so out of control. And not only that, the pension plan companies have raped and pillaged us too. Getting their fee after fee after fee every single year. Even when the stock market dumps, no, we're getting our fee. Sorry, don't tell them, I don't want to hear about it. Stock market goes up, yeah, pay us our fee. Matter of fact, I think we have a board meeting. Climbing higher. We have a board meeting. We need to charge a higher fee. Look how good we're doing. No, it's just the market, actually. No, but it's us. We're the one that put our clients in the stock market. We need to give ourselves a raise. All right, approved. Approved. We need local government permission to get the approval. Oh, well, they're going to retire in 5 years. We're going to hire them to be on our board with a nice salary. So let's ask them, hey, will you approve this? Absolutely. You approved? Yeah, charge more. Okay, thank you. And then what happens? Market comes back to reality, not even necessarily crash, whatever. We were supposed to be making 7.5% was our thing we put on paper that we needed. We haven't met that, so now we got to make it up, and we can't make it up. And then we found out, well, who approved all this stuff y'all did? Oh, the former head of, I did a video on this. This was out of New York. The lady in charge of the pension fund, government employee, allowed these ridiculous pension plans to do some stupid things. She quit her job, went right into working with them, making a phenomenal salary. And the damage was, I don't remember, it was definitely millions. It could have been $1 billion or more. It was at least many tens of billions or millions or maybe hundreds. I don't remember because it was a long time ago I did this video. But I do remember doing it. And it's just one corrupt official and fraudulent thing after another. And we're getting sucked dry. My company at work, since I started working there in either, I think it was 2005, maybe 04. We used QuickBooks. I was the IT guy. I set it up if we needed to set up a new client, station person in the finance department. No problem. We have licensing for up to 5 users. We paid 1 fee. We bought the software. It came with 5 licenses. We only have 3 people back there, so we're covered. 4th person comes in, no problem. We got 2 extra licenses. It lasts several years. Okay, time to upgrade. All right, let's get the new QuickBooks, 57. All right, number. Release 57, QuickBooks. I could need all these releases, of course, but, hey, man, we got to stay in business, too. We got to have new releases, man. We need to make money. Okay, but that's all right. I don't need a new release. I'm going to stay with the old release because it works fine. And we'd stay on the old release for a long time. And then usually, like, a Windows update. Oh, it's not, somehow, QuickBooks isn't compatible anymore. What? It's just a Windows update. Oh, you got to get the new one? You got to get the update. All right, it's been a number of years. Let's get the update. At least we own the licenses. We're good. We paid one-time fee. And now QuickBooks, there is no such thing, at least for a corporation, to, multi-user corporation, to give me a user license for, 5-user license, call it a day. What's the fee? Oh, $1,200, $1,500. Okay, have a nice day. No. Now it's like $60 or $70 on it somewhere. I forget what the exact number is. A person, a seat. We've got 3 people, 4 people. Okay, well, got 4 people times 7. 7 times 4, $280 every month. Every month, $280, $280, $280, $280, and you can't buy it anymore. Could you imagine saying one day to QuickBooks, hey, screw that, man. I don't want to have to keep paying a monthly fee, a subscription fee, man. Come on. I just want to buy the software. Oh, no. We've been using you guys for 15, 20 years. Right. We know that. And good luck exporting anything you've done in QuickBooks into some other program that you can buy and have it just work. You're stuck with us. You've been using us for your companies since its existence. You are stuck with us. Have a nice day. So that's new at QuickBooks as of about 2 or 3 years ago. And what are we going to do? Say no? No. Pay the fee. Microsoft Office. Now this is an interesting one because usually Office was, $300 for the Office, Word doc, the Pro package, whatever, $250, $300 for one license. Man, I got two people. I need on two computers. Well, you got to buy two licenses. Oh, all right. That sucked. But they also have gone to this, Office 365 online, subscription based. However, I will say this: I did sign up. I needed Office at home, and I got the newest version, 2016 or whatever. And it's like, oh, you can do the family thing, put on up to 5 computers for $100 a year. $100 a year for 5? What would that have cost me if I had to buy, 3, whatever it was? This is cost $250 times 5. 250, 500, 1,000, 1,250. I'd have to pay $1,250 to have that thing. Yeah, it would last a number of years. Okay, time to upgrade. Do it again. But $100 a year, I think is what I pay a year. Huh. Now we're talking. I'll charge the shit out of me. Yeah. Here's my debit card or bank account. Don't even ask. Go ahead and charge it every year. Yeah. Go for it. But what if Microsoft decides, oh, well, we've been giving y'all a good deal all this time. We're now going to have to bump that up to, whatever, hundreds of dollars a year. Oh, here we go. Well, if you don't like it, you could use something else, Oh, well, yeah, I guess. Kind of, sort of. Open Office. There's Open Office. Yeah, but there's other programs you guys have that I need. Oh, sorry. But there is Open Office, and that's a free one. And it can open Word docs and all kinds of stuff. So, it's a freebie, open source. And I think that's ultimately what's going to happen. People are going to get sick and tired of being gouged to death with everything and say, I'm going to just do everything myself. I'll educate myself on an online course that's reasonable, that can give me what I need. Online college courses, look them up. Many of these things are pretty inexpensive. Not the big schools. No, piss off. Oh, I want to learn how to program. This is a true story from me. I went to YouTube. How to work Microsoft Access Database for a very minor program we want to use at work. See if I can pull this off. Yep, first few courses were free. I can follow this. This is good stuff. I'm going to pay out of my own pocket $150 to do the next advanced intermediate course. Because I think between the basic course, which comes with it, and this other one, I might be able to figure out how to do this for my company and build this CRM platform that we desperately need. Because they're like printing out spreadsheets, take it to the back department, they create their own thing. Like, no, we need a system that flows. I pulled it off using Microsoft Access. It got so big, we had to go to a SQL backend. So we had to split the database, so to take the tables out, put them in SQL server, and then link them back to the Microsoft Access. So Microsoft Access is just the front end, the GUI, the GUI, the user interface. And, you can code in VBA, Visual Basic for Applications, and make it do stuff that is a little more robust, or maybe a lot more robust. So I'm like, well, I don't know how to program, but it was part of this course that helped me figure it out, and go to forums and you search for something on Google. Okay, someone else has this question, see how they answered it. Oh, okay, there's an if statement. Okay, and years go by, you get good at it, and that's it. And I've been doing this since 2008, so I've been doing it a long time. I've made this hellacious CRM platform. I learned myself for $150, and I asked them, if I can pull this off, could you just pay me back at work? $150, of course. Because if I can't pull it off, I'm not going to make you pay for my attempt. And they said, yeah, sure. And I pulled it off. So they gave me the $150 back. It was pretty quick that I realized. And then, well, Joe, do you think you make it do this? I think so. Can you make it do this? Next thing I know, it's doing time cards and service tickets, support tickets, service department doing stuff, sales leads, you name it, all kinds of stuff, reports. I'm like, whoa, it's massive. So this guy, Mike, that's replacing me at work, basically, that I brought in, he knows pretty good Microsoft Access and can code. So I was like, man, perfect fit, dude. You're going to replace me. He was happy to take the job, and it worked out. So anyways, you can't get away from paying your property taxes when the school crap gets out of control. You can't get away from QuickBooks if you're trapped in there. And that's what this is. Everybody, we need money, we need money, we need more money. Things are too expensive. Let's go to subscription base because we're not having enough people renew and buy new licensing. We need to have profits. Our stock needs to go up, so let's just go to subscription base. Okay. One more thing to take money out of your pocket. This is why I keep saying when Donald Trump gets these rates negative. Now, that doesn't mean your home itself, honestly, is going to have a negative mortgage rate. I know I've given that example. That's not exactly realistic because you're not going to actually do it that way. But you might get a 1%, a 1.5% mortgage rate, which is stupid low. And that's when, oh my God, the majority of my payment's going to pay the house off. The smaller amount is the interest, which is backwards now. He's going to give you a ton more money in your pocket. Therefore, all these bullcrap we have to deal with isn't going to be quite as painful. And the boat will go on rowing down the river for a little while longer. Until even when interest rates are low, and all these expenses are still coming at us, and we can't afford it, and we're back in the square one, we can't go any lower, then we got a problem. And that's the problem of the end-all be-all, if you will. That's when you better have your stuff together. You better hope cryptos will finally skyrocket by then. You got your place. Hopefully it's paid off, and you can deal with what's coming. And that's a number of years out, in my opinion. Take care.